Good day, and welcome to my show, Dixon Talks, where I hope to answer the question, why am I here? Hello, and welcome. Today I'd like to talk to you about how I got hooked. Hooked on Godin Guitars. Godin Guitars is one of my favorite subjects. Specifically today, I'll be talking about my 2004 Godin LG Signature. I purchased this guitar used in about 2014 on Kijiji. The ad showed a picture of a beautiful guitar. I figured it was probably too good to be true, so I arranged to meet this person at some random recreation center in town. When we met up, they showed me this beautiful 2004 Godin LG Signature with a flame maple top. At the time I was in the market for a Les Paul style guitar, so it kind of fit the bill. And the looks and the build quality had me convinced. This was a great buy. They wanted $350 for it, and when I asked them why it was so cheap, they told me that they'd been to a local guitar store, and the guitar store had offered them $350. They told the guitar store, thanks but no thanks, and they went out and put a listing on Kijiji. They sold it to me for $350, which I thought was very nice of them. They said, hey, why would I sell it to the guitar store so as they can just charge you more? Why don't I just charge you what they offered me? For the same money, I probably would have been looking at something like a Chinese-made Epiphone, maybe Korean-made, but it definitely wouldn't have been as nice as this Canadian-built Godin. Starting at the top of the guitar, we have a set of Godin machine heads. These are an 18:1 ratio, with a Godin-style lock on them. They're a locking tuner with a nut on the top that allows you to tighten it from the front, similar to the design that PRS use. However, these are a little bit larger, so you can actually tighten them with just your fingers. The headstock has a flamed maple veneer to match the body. It also has the cognac burst finish. I had a custom ebony truss rod cover made. The nut is made by Graphtec and is tusk. The fretboard is rosewood, and it has what Godin call their ergo cut design. This means that the shoulders are slightly rolled. It gives a very comfortable neck feel. However, with a 16-inch radius, it does feel quite flat, more similar to most acoustic guitars. Definitely a larger radius than you would get on most Les Pauls and all Fenders. The width of the nut is 43mm or 1.69 inches, and if I measure the neck at the 12th fret, it's 51mm or 2 inches. The guitar has a 25-inch scale, like you would find on a Strat or a Tele. It has 22 frets, with dot markers on the front, side dots on the side, and a big block at the 21st fret. The pickups are made by Seymour Duncan. It's a jazz pickup in the neck, and a custom specifically wound to Godin specification for the bridge. The simple control layout is 1 volume, 1 tone, and a 5-way switch. The bridge is made by Graphtec, and it's slightly inlaid into the body, allowing the strings to be closer to the wood than you would find on most Les Pauls. This makes it more similar to what you would find on a Telecaster. The strings go through the body and connect to a brass block that is mounted on the back. The 5-way switch allows for position 1 to be the neck humbucker. Position 2 is a split with 1 coil from each humbucker. Position 3 is both humbuckers going full. Position 4 is just 1 single coil from the bridge. And position 5 is a full bridge humbucker. This allows for a great deal of versatility in the sounds that you can get from the guitar. It sometimes can give you that kind of Strat quack in the number 2 position, or you get that full-bore Les Paul sound by going to position number 3 and having both humbucking pickups. The top is a beautiful AA flamed maple that is mostly a flat carve, but has a slight dip towards the outside edge. The cognac burst finish is very nice, and has actually been removed right at the edge, so it appears like a binding, but that's actually the flame maple cap. The body is mahogany, as well as the neck, similar to what you would find on a Les Paul. However, the headstock does have a scarf joint. This is where a piece of wood has been cut off, flipped over, and glued back on. It allows for the direction of the wood grain to remain consistent, and with the strength of today's glues, there really aren't that many reasons why you wouldn't use a scarf joint. However, I'm sure people will really get into it in the comments. The 3x3 machine head configuration is similar to a Les Paul. However, the middle strings are a little bit closer together and don't have such an extreme angle, so they have less problems with going out of tune like you sometimes find on Les Pauls. There's no need for a string butler. The bolt-on neck is more reminiscent of a Fender. However, there is no plate, it's just 4 screws, each one mounted into an individual ferrule. Now let me play you some samples. All of the samples are played with the volume cranked all the way up, and the tone rolled just slightly back. I'm playing the guitar through a TC Electronics Reverb pedal, and then straight into a Garnet 5-watt single-ended amplifier. The microphone I'm using is an SM57, and it's placed just a few inches from the cone. The SM57 is then plugged into an Art Audio tube preamp, and that is plugged into my iRig Pro, that then goes into my phone. Now you know the whole signal chain. See what it sounds like. Overall, I would describe the guitar as a combination of some features of a Les Paul and others of a Fender. The single-cut mahogany body, with a maple cap, a pair of humbuckers, mahogany neck, and 3x3 headstock, are all very reminiscent of a Les Paul. However, the 25.5-inch scale, bolt-on neck, 5-way switching, dot inlays, and low string height at the body are all similar to what you would find on a Fender. If you can get past the unusual shape that Godin used, it's actually an amazing guitar, with some really versatile sounds. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.